Chester Bennington blamed his battle with drug and alcohol addiction on a tragic past that saw him being molested from the age of 7. The Linkin Park star, who was found dead yesterday aged 41, was often candid in interviews about his past troubles and tragic past that shaped his adulthood. Chester revealed in interviews his suffering at the hands of a child molester. However, his most shocking revelation came in 2008 when he revealed to Kerrang! Magazine a friend a few years older than him began molesting him around the age of 7. He revealed, "It escalated from a touchy, curious, what does this thing do, into full-on, crazy violations. I was getting beaten up and being forced to do things I didn't want to do. It destroyed my self-confidence." The star then suffered in silence for a staggering 6 years, for fear of what would happen if he said anything. "I didn't want people to think I was gay or that I was lying," he confessed. "It was a horrible experience." Chester's silence was made worse as his parents divorced at the age of 11, and he was often left alone after being left in the custody of his father, who would often be forced to work long hours as a police detective. The tragic singer was pronounced dead today aged 41. He added, "It was an awful time. I hated everybody in my family. I felt abandoned by my mom. My dad was not very emotionally stable then, and there was no one I could turn to. At least, that's how my young mind felt." The sexual assaults finally came to an end when the star turned 13, and Chester has never publicly revealed who it was that assaulted him. The star later blamed his horrifying 6-year ordeal for his substance abuse issues. However, the distress he suffered at the hands of the assailant left the star vulnerable, and he claimed he only got his confidence back when he started drinking alcohol and taking drugs. It was a problem that lasted way into his adulthood, with his Linkin Park bandmates eventually staging an intervention for him in 2006. He told Metal Hammer in 2016, "I was on 11 hits of acid a day. I dropped so much acid I'm surprised I can still speak. I'd smoke a bunch of crack, do a bit of meth and just sit there and freak out." Read now. Fallen Stars Celebrity Deaths 2017. From Linkin Park's Chester Bennington to Barry Norman, some of the stars who've died this year. The star channeled his troubles into his music and art. "Then I'd smoke opium to come down. I weighed 110 pounds. My mom said I looked like I stepped out of Auschwitz. So I used pot to get off drugs. Every time I'd get a craving, I'd smoke my pot. In 2006, I had a choice between stopping drinking or dying," he added. "I did some counseling with the guys and they really opened up and told me how they felt. I had no idea that I had been such a nightmare." The star suffered in silence for fear of not being believed. "I knew that I had a drinking problem, a drug problem, and that parts of my personal life were crazy, but I didn't realize how much that was affecting the people around me until I got a good dose of 'here's what you're really like.' It was a shock. They said that I was two people, Chester and then that F***ing guy. I didn't want to be that guy." If you are affected by any of the issues raised in this article, please call the Samaritans on free 116,123 or 020-7734-2800. Got a story? Email digishowbiz@the-sun.co.uk or call us direct on 020-7782-4220. Ex-Hollyoaks star Rachel Shenton wins Oscar and gives speech in sign language. Candid pics catch A-listers off guard for an alternative take on Oscars. Katie Price reveals new face for first time after having opted to fix botched surgery. Jennifer Lawrence worried about the size of her nipples in nude scene. Terminally ill Linda Nolan planning final party as she turns down chemo. Ansel Elgort's girlfriend suffers unfortunate nipple flash at Oscars. Piers Morgan brand Sir Bradley Wiggins a flaming cheat over doping revelations. Coronation Street's feeling buried alive. Scarlett Moffat cheats to help couple during live SNT task, but did you spot it? Call the midwife. Fans devastated at shock death as actress quits show.